Our guest today is Jimmy Florentine. We're going to talk about his new comedy special that's getting released on Monday. You know, I moved here last fucking year, and I've become friends with Jimmy, and I'm a big fan of his in more ways than one. Jimmy Florentine's a single dad, you know. He has his kid a couple days a week. That's something I could never do in my life. When I see what Jimmy does, and he's got to deal with an ex-wife, which is very tough, 2 families, it takes a lot away from me. When I look at Jimmy, I think about my family when I was younger. Not my family today, but I think about my ex-wife and my ex-daughter, because she is my ex-daughter. Why am I going to say daughter for? But it's just really funny how it's a hard combination. It's hard. It was hard for me to be married and to do comedy. Somebody's always suffering. You know, I'm always missing a gig, or my wife is missing me on a Sunday or a Friday or a Thursday. Somebody always fucking suffering. Now think of having like a divorce. Like for me, guys, listen, when I got separated, I can handle the little stuff. But once I was separated for 4 years and I realized how much work went into it, calling back and forth, fucking going back and forth with attorneys. If you ever had to deal with an attorney, you know that's a fucking nightmare also. I don't wish it on anybody. But once the divorce is over and you get your child and you make dates to get your, that's a fucking nightmare too. Because now you're stuck with those things. You know, every week, like you either have your child Monday through Wednesday, or Wednesday through fucking Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you can't work on those days when you have a child unless you have a fucking huge family. I didn't have those. I didn't have a huge family or anybody to fucking help. So for me, when I see like Jim Florentine or Josh Wolf, you know, Josh Wolf, for years, I was doing comedy in the early 2000s. Josh was one of my best friends, and I sat there as he couldn't do anything. You know, he couldn't go on the road like I did. He could do spots during the week and stuff like that, but he was busy raising a family. And I would see what the sacrifices he would fucking make every week. And I had so much respect for Josh. You know, even till today, I love Josh Wolf with all my fucking heart because I know what he sacrificed. He raised 3 kids, 2 that wasn't his, and at the same time did comedy. At the same time sold, you know, made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with Yu's to deliver to keep his family, you know, fed. You know, I look at somebody like Jimmy that gets concert tickets thrown at him because he worked on the metal show for all those years. He's on Ozzy's Boneyard. He's doing all these things to put a life together. And on top of that, you got to do fucking comedy. You got to have comedy in there and get on a plane and call and miss games. And you know what, man? He does it like it's second fucking nature. So I respect those guys with all my heart. You know what? I can never do it. At least I'm fucking honest. The first time I got to call my ex-wife and, you know, not argue, but just talk about, because it always becomes a fucking argument. Just to call them up and say, listen, do you mind Thursday if you drop them off at 2 instead of 3? Oh my God, why? How come? You know, I have plans. It's a fucking nightmare. Just being in that situation, if anybody's in that, anybody has a baby's mama, it's fucking rough. It's rough, man. You know, I love my wife. I really do love my wife. You know, we all love our wives. If you're a woman, you love your husband. I'm sure you want to kill them from time to time. You know, I want to stab my wife once a week, whatever. But I'll tell you what, man, this is why I've held on to my wife for so long. I got to be honest with you. I was very picky. After my divorce, I got beat up so bad. If you've ever been through a fucking divorce, it's mind-boggling on you. You know, besides losing your furniture, losing your money, having to sleep on a floor for fucking a year or 2 to get back. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm always for your happiness. You know, sometimes we get married for fucking all the wrong reasons. We get married too quickly. It took me 9 years to marry poor fucking Terry. And I knew after 5 years that she was my wife, but it took me another 4 years to do it because it had fucking destroyed me so long. I was so fucking anti-marriage. I was anti-everything. One thing I don't like telling you guys, and like I said, the only way for me to make a podcast work is to come on here and lay everything on the fucking table. For me, that's the best way to make a podcast fucking work, is honesty. You could have lights. I could have people popping up here while I'm talking. I could have all these smoke and mirrors. But the only smoke and mirror you can't add to a podcast is fucking honesty, which a lot of people don't do. I remember before Mercy was born, maybe 3 months before she was born, I was at a restaurant called The Habit with my wife. I don't want to drink on mic so all these people's ears, these half of fucking fruitcakes will email me for a week now. You drank water in my ear. You busted my fucking earphone. For all you guys that think I got lice and shit, I don't have lice. I got a dry fucking forehead from the sun hitting it. I'm losing all my hair, so the sun hits it, so I get little fucking suntans on my bald scalp. If you look at my head from behind, it's just 3 or 4 hairs left. I'm just holding on for dear life. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I look like Benjamin Franklin or whatever. I'm just telling you guys, when I scratch, I got no lice. It's just that fucking my head is itchy from having a dry scalp. I've used Head and Shoulders. That shit don't work. If you can see, I got no fucking dandruff. That's why I always wear something black, because I want to check out, does this fucking guy have dandruff? But no, I got a nice conditioner for my hair anyway. But, when I got separated and I went through that shit towards 1990, I said, this wasn't me. I'm not working towards anything. At least, I knew that. I knew I wanted to be her father, but I knew I'd never be her father like I wanted to. So all that shit with kids and stuff, I would have married you, but I don't want no fucking kids. But about 3 months before Mercy was born, we were at The Habit, and we were just talking about things, and I had something that was bothering me, and I looked at my wife, Terry, and I go, listen, Terry, I got burnt so bad by my first kid and my wife. I don't know. I mean, I can't believe I said this to my wife. I'm telling you guys so you know where my head was at. Even while she was pregnant, I was a little standoffish. I was like, well, I'm going to make her happy. But how happy am I going to be with a fucking kid? Do I want to go through this again? What if she doesn't like me after she has the kid? Is she going to yank her again? Am I going to be an 0 for 2 fucking dad? Is this going to be the fucking case? Am I just the fucking kiss of death with dads? So I said to her once, at the thing, I go, when this baby's born, I really want to keep it to a minimum. I want to be her father, but I don't know if I could deal with all that again. She got really upset, and, she told me that night that she'd never expect me to say something like that, but that's what my head was at. I didn't mean it from my heart or anything. I've always loved fucking kids. I just didn't know that's how hard my first marriage was on me.